Ciao ragazzi, sono obscurist tourist. Yes, that is my sad attempt at Italian because I am here in the land of pasta and wine, Italy. And to be more exact, I am here on the island of Sicily. And to be even more exact, I am here in Golfo di Perla. And right behind me, that is where we are headed today. That is probably about 250 feet below me off a cliff face here. No beach is ever easily accessible. You gotta do a lot of walking in this crazy heat, but today we are going down there and we are going to check out the ruins of Cataldo, as well as the amazing and wonderful Grotta Di Colombe. I guess it would be the Colombian grotto of sorts. It is absolutely insanely hot out here, so I'm gonna make this real quick. So let's just get on right to it. Let's go down and see the ruins of Cataldo and everything else that is down there, because there's a lot. Let's go. One of the things that is super striking when visiting Sicily, you'll notice almost immediately that there are just random piles of trash everywhere, absolutely everywhere, and I don't get it. It kind of reminds me of Mexico in a lot of ways, just trash on the side of the road, trash wherever you can put trash. Contrasting an absolutely beautiful, beautiful landscape. And I'm always kind of struck as like, who's doing this? Because the Italians seem so in love with beauty, and yet somehow they seem to just put trash wherever they can put it, everywhere except for landfill, I guess. I noticed this when I originally passed the sign a few minutes ago, a warning that there is no bathing, so I'm assuming that must mean you can't clean yourself in the ocean, because it can't possibly mean swimming, because there's clearly no prohibition and no warning about doing that here. The beach is just filled with revelers and swimmers, so yeah, strange things here in Sicily. Love this little boat here. Saw this on the walk down. Was very curious about what it is, but it's, yeah, old Sicilian, maybe a fishing trawler or just a pleasure boat. But letting you know you are, in fact, inside San Cataldo. Right over here is San Cataldo. It's the old church, the old Roman church, now protected, or what remains of it. Not much left of this ancient relic. So we'll go take a look inside and see what we got. Another thing to be aware of, as always, I always say, you know, in places like this, you have got to be aware of rattlesnakes. I don't believe there are any rattlesnakes here, but there are vipers. Lots and lots of poisonous snakes here. So just be aware of where you are stepping. More ruins up on the top there. Let's find another way in, because this one ain't gonna work. No easy way to get into this site. Always nervous walking around tall grass in tropical locations, but look at this. Again, I do not know offhand a lot of information about this site, but I will put all the information that I can conjure up below in the description of this video. Look at this. I do, however, believe that this was erected around 500 BC. Someone left some religious iconography inside of this amazing archaeological site. Very cool. And as stated previously, you've got the amazing San Cataldo inside there, ancient, historical, relevant, and then directly to the left of it, you have a pile of trash. You're just gonna have to get used to the beauty and the ugliness that is here in Sicily. Also, I just saw another thing that I've noticed. There are a lot of lizards here in Sicily, pretty much everywhere. Oh, there's one there. Look at him. I don't know if you can see him running away. And a lot of mosquitoes. Boy, am I riddled in mosquito bites. The grotta is actually way just beyond that cliffside right there, right on the other side, on the right of that. And you can see it is pretty much a sheer cliff face up until then. A very, very precarious walk. A lot of I assume there was an old walkway that was there originally, is now washed into the sea. So you've got this tiny little dirt pathway hugging the cliff walls. And, one misstep and you are actually in a lot of trouble. So one of the most dangerous, it's accessible, but it's a very dangerous accessibility to reach the grotta. Is it worth the walk? I mean, it is one of the most beautiful locations I've ever seen in my life, but not sure if it is worth the risk, really. But hundreds of people make the trek a day to swim in the grottos. Again, you can see this is actually a man-made walkway. Still here, and below there's our second structure. And below here you can see that some of the pre-existing walkway has fallen into the sea. This is one of the lower points on this little trek here, so it gets a lot more precarious, as I said. Again, probably the power plant of this house or resort. Very cool. Some interesting and yet terrifying graffiti on some of these buildings here. Look at that. What is that thing? Straight out of a Guillermo del Toro horror movie. Jeez, would not want to run into that thing in a dark forest at night. Crazy. You can see the cliff face right above, just hugging the shoreline, probably about a good 200 feet high. And then you have, this is the main structure right here. We are gonna go take a look inside. Very curious to see what this is like. Wow, look at this. How amazing is this? I'm gonna have to leap over this little wall here. Very cool. Okay, let's take a peek inside. Look, yep, definitely a little bit more modern. You wouldn't have seen tiles like this, but they have incorporated the cliff into the construction. Just look at this. How amazing is this? Might have been a little mantle here. Very, very, very interesting. Someone has some deep opinions on the mafia. The mafia ruled Sicily. I don't know, they might still, mafioso might still be a big presence in places like Palermo and Catania. But look at this. Absolutely amazing. Very curious about these stairs to nowhere. Clearly, this rock did not appear after the fact. So I wonder why they did that. Just an amazing structure, though. Even the support pillars right there, built right into the rock. This may have been a bathroom of sorts, smaller room. Might have even had the bath right there. Very interesting. Oh, look at this. This is amazing. Look at this staircase. We're gonna go up there right now. Oh, maybe I was wrong about the other room. This is actually a bathroom right here, or a little sink of some sort. Some tiles. Probably another bathroom, although very interesting. Let's see what we can see outside the little portal here. Look at that view. Wow. Take a little peek out this window. Look at this $1 million view. Wow, absolutely amazing. I'm going to correct myself right here because I assumed falsely, I still don't know it as fact, but I'm going to assume that this was not a resort and this was actually a private home. Far too small to be a resort. I think I was fooled by all of the other buildings on site here, like that one right there, that one over there, and there's a few more hugging the walls down here. But look at this. Can you imagine living here and having this as your summer home? Just crazy. Again, what happened to the people that owned this property? Or did it just start to get into disrepair and they abandoned it, thought perhaps it was too much work to get it back up to speed? Recognize the precariousness of the location of this with the sea face and storms and everything else. Eventually going to take this home. Probably better to just leave it as it is. Gonna check out the inside of this structure. Very hot. Almost assuming that this might have been a guest house. The windows in here, though, tell me that it might have been a chapel of sorts. You can see the little fireplace right in the corner there. Absolutely amazing, though. Oh, just saw a giant lizard. There he is. Where'd he go? No upstairs, just one floor on this place. And there is the old baño, the bathroom. Little stand-up shower in the corner there. Again, by the tiles, you can pretty much assume this is quite modern, probably the 80s or mid-70s. Another little lizard. Again, you hear all sorts of sounds in here. You see him? He's gonna run away in a sec. Look at him. Oh, there he goes. I took a chance with my water shoes walking through that. Again, I do not recommend. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. Very dangerous thing to do, but sometimes you stumble upon amazing things like this. Check it out. The swimming pool. Look at this amazing thing right here. Oh, man. Can you imagine? And then you have the beach right below. And this is definitely where another big chunk of this might have even been a balcony just sitting here, but it is washed away, fallen away into the sea. And we are going right up there. That little point right there is, you see some people walking up. There is another German, that is another Italian World War II pillbox. What a location. Can you imagine being stationed here, watching over the Mediterranean here? Wow. Wow, I have only been here for about an hour and I am absolutely melting away. I have some water in my little bag here, but it is almost gone. I have been to some very hot places, but this takes the absolute cake. You cannot spend a lot of time in here without running into danger territory. I wasn't planning on swimming, but I am definitely going to take a little swim in the grotto now. Whew, crazy. Again, you can see probably a walkway down to the beach, completely overgrown, and I'd assume washed away at the end of that. And this looks to be the only way in, so we're gonna go on in here. Very excited for what is beyond this foliage. Whew. Look at this. The size of that cactus. And probably a little animal shed here, maybe sheep, perhaps, where they would have been protected, where they would have slept and escaped from this unrelenting Sicilian heat. The Sicilian sun does not take any prisoners. Look at that view again. We are almost there. Just got to get through the most precarious part of this little sojourn. And if you look over here, you can get a better view of the main residence building, and just down there below, the remains of staircases that went down into the sea. You can see all of this looks man-made. It's fallen into the water, and perhaps one of the rarest finds, but not so rare in Sicily, a pair of discarded underwear. Why, Italy? Why? Okay, so that was really kind of scary, especially while wearing water shoes with next to zero grip. Just really happy to see some solid ground and concrete steps for the rest of the walk upward. What a view! And you can see some of the ruins here. Again, not really sure when any of this was erected, but I am assuming it was in World War II to allow access up to the bunkers at the top of this cliffside. You got a little man-made walkway here, and then down below, look at this. Again, another walkway starting to break apart. I was talking about it earlier that one of the other perilous things here is potential stuff falling from the cliff edge here, and I saw some rocks just fall here below. So it is possible, and it does happen. They weren't big, and they just missed some of the people walking up here. So again, something to be aware of. I wasn't planning on swimming, like I said, but I'm gonna go in 100%. I need to cool down. Just look at this grotto. Absolutely amazing. And I think I will save the cave exploration for another day, because that is also calling my name. Back to these stairs. Very, very cool. I actually might dare to say that this might be the most amazing place I've ever visited in my life of exploring. Let's see if we can get a better look inside this cave. Just amazing. Look at that. Wow. The water is so clear too. So this is the highest point here, overlooking the grotta. It is a Second World War II bunker that overlooks the entire coastline. Just unbelievable views. How amazing is this? Can you imagine this was your assignment in World War II?
So let's head on inside and look at things from the vantage point of the gunner and spotter whose job it was to protect Sicily from invasion from Allied forces. Just an absolutely amazing view. Look at that. Look at how wild that is. I can't even express how amazing this is. So the Grotta di Colombe owes its existence to a cataclysmic event, the 1669 eruption that shook Sicily's soul as lava flowed to help form this enchanting landscape, an amazing cave opening to the crystal waters below.
I really hope you enjoyed this video today. It was such a pleasure to visit this amazing place. So much history here in Sicily. I've been to a lot of places, as you know, but none quite as historical and filled with so much amazing things from the past, from World War II, even before that, earlier wars, because this land has been fought over a million times, it seems, to the Roman ruins. Really, anything and everything in history that you could be interested in is here, right here in Sicily. For now, that is the Obscurist Tourist saying, stay safe, so long, stay beautiful, and until our next hot, real hot adventure. See you later.